Good evening, everybody. I'm Rabbi Joy Levitt, the Executive Director here at JCC Manhattan, and I'm delighted to welcome you. This is always a bittersweet evening as we close out the annual Other Israel Film Festival this year, celebrating its 10th anniversary, and along with it, the naming of the Carole Zabar Center for Film here at the JCC. This last week has been our most successful festival to date, with more sold-out shows than any other of our previous festivals. Clearly, our audience needs this and needs us, and we need you, and we're so very grateful for your continued commitment to this festival and the conversations that it engenders. For those of you who have missed the conversations, please check them out at the Other Israel YouTube page. And of course, visit frequently the Israel Center website, where you can see many of these films and others streaming. For the second year in a row, we are honored to present the Bob Simon Award in memory of our good friend and extraordinary journalist, Bob Simon. Please welcome his daughter, Tanya Simon.
Thank you. During the more than 25 years that my father was based in Israel for CBS News, he covered every aspect of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. And over those 25 years, the story didn't change a whole lot. There were wars and peace negotiations, intifadas and settlements, terror attacks and checkpoints, and there was Matkot. Yes, my dad was a war correspondent, but he also did a story about Matkot, which is, for those of you who don't know, really Israel's national sport. Basically, it's paddleball played on the beach, but it's so much more. It's loud, it's aggressive, it's competitive, but there's no scoring, so it goes on and on and on. Don't stop, not for a minute, my dad wrote in that story back in 1988. This is Israel. Tomorrow may not be around the corner, so keep that ball in play. It's Matkot, he said, the Middle Eastern game. No rules, no winners, and it never ends. If ever there was a metaphor for the conflict, that was it, as absurd as it may sound. But my father appreciated the absurd. He managed to find humor in some of the most difficult, intractable situations, he said, because it was the only way to cope. Which is why if someone had come to him and said, I've got the answer to peace in the Middle East, what about a soccer match between the Israelis and the Palestinians, where the winner gets to stay and the losers have to find someplace else to live? I can see my dad throwing up his hands and saying, why not? Nothing else has worked. A winner-takes-all soccer match between Israelis and Palestinians. That's the absurdist premise behind the 90-Minute War, a mockumentary that doesn't make light of the conflict, but approaches its complexities with a mix of irony and levity. It's a kind of thing my dad did throughout his career, and he would have appreciated in this film. And for that reason, my mother Françoise and I give this year's Bob Simon Award to the 90-Minute War. Congratulations.
Unfortunately, Ty Mayerson, who is representing the film here at the festival and is the writer of the book, is stuck in traffic, and we'll accept this award on his behalf and on behalf of the production and make sure that I'm sure they are honored to receive it. Thank you so much. Thank you to Tanya and Françoise. Thank you.
Yitzi's just practicing for the Oscars there. We are pleased this evening to have with us folks from a very special and visionary organization with whom we have partnered in the past. Polyphony Foundation's mission is to harness the power of classical music to build a shared future in Israel. Please welcome Mais Hresh.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to be here with you today, and I'm looking forward to see my hometown featured in tonight's movie. There's so much I want to tell you about Polyphony and about my experience in it, but I rather let the music do it. So I'll just say a couple of things, and hopefully we can talk more after the movie at the reception. Growing up in Israel, the division between the Arab and the Jewish communities, the division is very clear in all aspects of life. And through Polyphony, I discovered that I, as a minority in Israel, I could see a way to belong on a larger scale, to be part of the public discourse in Israel, of the public discourse of cultural and artistic life. I could do this because there were all kinds of different people who took me and my Arab and Jewish peers. They took us seriously as musicians, and not merely as just mere participants of a cliche coexistence project. I took that experience with me to a new country here, to the United States, and reinvested in it to take advantage of every opportunity that presents itself. Polyphony had shaped me in all different ways, especially musically, academically, and my personality, meaning the person who I am today and what I can give to others and to the world. It has kept me going, and most importantly, it has helped me see hope when in hard times. It's very hard sometimes. But most importantly, it has not only inspired me to want to be a better person, but also a better community person. So thank you for having us here today. Thank you for having Polyphony on this stage, and hopefully you'll join our community. Please welcome my friend Adam Sokolski, a wonderful pianist from Bard College. Adam and I are going to be playing the first movement of Poulenc's Flute Sonata. It's one of my favorite works ever written for flute. Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you. How beautiful was that? The executive director of the Polyphony Foundation, Carrie Sackett, and Tal First, another Polyphony alumnus currently studying at Juilliard, will be joining us for the reception. I hope that you will be able to speak with them there. There are also Polyphony brochures on the table outside or upstairs. So this festival is a week long, but it takes a year to do it, and an enormous amount of hard work, dedication, and passion. And it's all done because we have an extraordinary staff. And I just want them to come forward so that we can acknowledge Yara, Yotam, Ravit, and Yitzi. Yeah, you gotta come. I've never seen them this shy. Like, what's going on here? Much of that team has been with us for these 10 years. It was actually 11 years ago when one extraordinary woman came to me with the idea of this festival. And who knew? So many thousands of people later, so many hundreds of films, so many of which she and the Other Israel Film Festival has helped to nurture. Who knew that all of this could be so extraordinary? It's my honor to introduce my friend and the founder of the Other Israel Film Festival, Carole Zabar.
Thank you so much, everybody. I'm so happy to see everybody, although I actually can't see anything because of the lights. I am always amazed that my tiny brain could have thought of something like that, and an actual festival that would last 10 years would happen. So this year has been unbelievable. People, of course, are upset for various reasons, and are so happy to have something fun, hopeful to come to, and they've come in incredible numbers. The people who stay for the talkbacks have so much energy. So this year, I noticed that a few of our films, one in particular, brought a lot of Palestinians, young Palestinians, who sat with us and looked at this film and went to a concert later on. And it occurred to me that that really is what the festival is about. Palestinians and Jews sitting together, experiencing some together, and talking about it. So I am so happy that we're here. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the festival. Good night.
Good evening, everyone. What a week. It would not have been possible, everything that was just described here, it would not have been possible, and definitely not as successfully as it's been, without the participation and hard work of many individuals and organizations. First and foremost, I would like to thank our filmmakers, whose films have inspired, engaged, educated, and entertained thousands of audience members throughout the week. Thank you for sharing your work with us and for being here with us and being part of the conversation. A big thank you goes to our partners, who we hope you will be engaged with throughout the year, at least until the next Other Israel Film Festival, November 2017. Can I announce the date? November 2nd through the 9th. You heard it here first. Please, we hope that you were inspired by the films and then that you will take action with our partners. Please check out our website and learn more about them. Lastly, I would like to thank the JCC's leadership, members of the board, Executive Director Rabbi Joy Levitt, David Shub, and Hillel Hyman. Also to Eric Winnick, who heads the marketing department, and his amazing team, Jessica Epstein and Samantha Kessler. Another big thanks goes to the director of the Lambert Center for Arts and Ideas, Megan Whitman, who gracefully and professionally helped complement the festival with an amazing exhibit that you were able to enjoy throughout the week, the 30 Years for Musrara. A big thanks goes to Sarah K. Lax, the director of the R&R program, who opened the doors of the JCC to the wider community on Shabbat with amazing program, Other Israel R&R program. And last but not least, to Jeff Fontaine and the AV department, especially to Matt Tampkin and Sam Brunswick, our masterful projectionist who did all this great job throughout the week. Thank you. Another special thank to our guest liaison that you briefly saw before, Yara Kedem, who's our latest member of our team here at JCC Film Department, and the most dedicated film program associate and partnership coordinator, Yotam Tubal. And to all of our amazing, really amazing, incredible young people, interns and volunteers that help us throughout the week and leading to the festival. Finally, I believe we all share gratitude and appreciation to the director of the Carole Zabar Center for Film, Isaac Zablocki, who guides and leads this incredible film program at the JCC year-round, insightfully moderating the conversations and gracefully handling some of the more difficult moments, if you know what I mean. It is a privilege to be working by your side and all these years, 10 years, and I thank you. And have a good night, and thank you all for joining us.
Well, you stole most of my speech, but the one person actually who, from our list, our team is an amazing team here, and Yara and Yotam, I cannot thank you enough, and Yotam is unbelievable. Say what you will about the millennials. Yotam really really has turned that on its head and is one of the hardest working, devoted, and just great people to work with. And of course, Ravit Turjeman, who's the director of the festival, and everything you see here wouldn't be the way it is if it wasn't for her. And a big thank you for really 10 years of a lot of time together, and I appreciate all of it. I'm going to mention just one quick personal note, which is that I came into this festival, as mentioned, I feel like New York is going through something, and our country is going through something, and this festival saved me. It brought me out of that state of mind and allowed me to feel like I am pushing to make this world better. And we do have a voice, and that's an amazing feeling of a voice that I thought we lost, and it's still here. And all of you who have participated in this festival this year really allow me to know that there is a voice of reason out there who's trying to make this world better. So thank you all for being a part. Tonight's film. We're screening actually two films tonight. This is our official closing film tonight, but I found the connection is that they were both premiered at the Cannes Film Festival. At 9:30 later on, we're going to be screening an encore screening of Eran Kulerin's Beyond the Mountains and the Hills, which we screened here last night, and Eran will be here for a conversation with Netta Alexander from Haaretz, one of our partners, after that. But right now, I'm very excited about this closing night film because the director of this film, we've been following her career since early on. And I'm very proud to introduce Personal Affairs by Maha Asal, which also premiered at the Cannes Film Festival. Applause for Maha Asal. Like its title, Personal Affairs, it tells a personal story of Palestinian life in Israel and the West Bank and in other places in the world through a family's existence, which mostly takes place beyond the conflict, I'll say. Maha's first film here at the festival, her short film Oranges, is available on our streaming site along with many other Israel films, Israel Film Center stream.org, and you can view it there. It's a fantastic film, and it immediately became a classic for Other Israel. And her career has definitely now blossomed and turned into what I think is a part of a movement of women Palestinian filmmakers in Israel and in Palestine creating amazing works of art. We are lucky enough to have here one of the lead actresses of the film, who will join us for a Q&A after the film, an accomplished actress, Hanan Hilo. Hanan, thank you so much for being here. After the Q&A, of course, you're all invited for a reception upstairs in the lobby, a dessert reception. And for those who want to stay for the second film, you are welcome to that as well. There are still some spaces, some tickets for that. Please silence your phones, keep them in your pocket throughout the screening, and we look forward to seeing you right after the screening for a quick Q&A. Thank you very much.